I've closed deals anywhere between like $500, $1K to $20K deals. And the reason behind why today I'm able to close such high ticket instead of low ticket like everyone does in the market is because few key reasons. And in this video, I'm gonna run you guys through how I do it and how you can start implementing this on your calls, the structure I use on my sales calls, so you can start doing the exact same thing. With no further ado, one thing that I want to add on this is that it's not gonna be like most of gurus online that are trying to sell you on like, oh here, I close a 30K deal, and then they close a 30K deal, they get paid 30K, but then they need to work for that client for 10 months for that 30K. So at the end of the day, you do the math, comes down to much less. Like I get consistently paid 5, 10, 15, even 20K a month from single clients. It's not a one-time payment. They pay me consistently every single month. In a few steps, we're gonna take on a whiteboard. I have a whiteboard in front of me, but with no further ado, let's head into the first key foundation that you need to have in your sales calls, in the structure to be able to sell high ticket. And this comes to everything, not only high ticket, also low ticket, your sales overall online. First step is that you need to stop selling like everyone online. You need to stop trying to be Jeremy Miner. You need to stop trying to be Alex Hormozi. You need to have your own style of selling. You cannot be trying to copy other people. Of course, you can like role model other people, but if you're gonna role model someone that makes sense to role model. Jeremy Miner has been in sales for 30 years. He went to, I don't know, high school, got a college degree of like psychology and this and that. He knows so much about their mind, about how to interact with people, sales. He has been in sales for over 2 decades, and you're trying to be like him. Does that make sense? No, right? Doesn't really make sense. So if you're gonna role model someone, it needs to make sense for you. You need to be able to be more compatible with him, be on a like similar place. Of course, if he's not making money like you, I don't recommend do it, but if you, for example, you are 20K a month right now, role model someone that's making 150K a month instead of role modeling someone that's making 10 million a month and has been in sales for 25 years. Doesn't make sense for you. That's the first thing of it all. And then second thing, on calls comes to the same point. Stop trying to be asking 50 discovery questions like Jeremy Miner does, and start being direct. Show your intentions from the start. Start like hop on calls, be direct, show your intentions, stop fucking around. That's basically what I mean by it. But when I hop on calls, I'm not like playing around. I hop on calls and I have an intention. I tell them my intention out of the call. I tell them strictly like, when I hop on the call, there's some calls depending on the person, depending if you're talking to someone that's actually like cocky or someone that just wants to talk like a long time, like for like half an hour to 60 minutes or whatever. If I'm talking to someone cocky, I know how to talk to this person. I know how to talk also to the person that wants to truly talk with me. You need to be able to script, like don't have a single script, just sell without scripts and talk to depending to the person you're talking to, if you know what I mean. So how you do it is that you're talking to someone cocky, for example. When I hop on a call with someone cocky, I just jump on. I have an example, something that happened to me once is that I was hopping on a sales calls, and the guy that I was hopping on a sales call with, he had a company that's making around 900 million a year right now. Completely crazy, one of the biggest solar companies in the United States. And I hopped on a call with him, and he hopped on a call. He was like, yeah, I'm working with like 15 different companies just like you, this and that, was trying to be cocky. And that time I didn't close that guy because I didn't know how to actually sell and be direct with those kind of people. This was kind of like when I was starting out, like selling those kind of things. I was trying to like ask him a lot of questions, discovery, trying to ask him why he hasn't changed this in the past, why he has this problem, and what will this do for them, and this and that. I was asking stupid shit and trying to make the call as long as possible because I wasn't confident with my sales tactics. But fast forward to like a couple of months later, I hopped on a call with the biggest solar company in the United States. It has over 2,000 solar reps. I was working with a lot of people, and I hopped on the call and I closed them in 9 minutes. What did change? First call, I was trying to have the control. Second call, I came in and I had the control, not the way that most people do, that try to take the control and show them that I have the control. I just didn't say anything, I wasn't like trying to be the cool guy. I was just trying to be like, okay, I'm busy, I need to get straight into it. You are busy, you need to get straight into it. So how did I start the call? I just took up the phone. I called the guy because that time I changed from Zoom calls to phone calls. I closed this guy on the phone on 9 minutes, the biggest solo company. I was talking to a CEO, and I called him and I tell him, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Oh, all good, all good. And you? Yeah, all good, man. Everything's going good. I know you are around taxes, something I saw in the form, but with that being said, man, I don't really want to waste my time and waste yours. I know we have about 20 minutes here, so if you don't mind, we can just hop straight into it. He was like, oh yeah, sure. And he knew that I was in control because I was like, I'm not gonna waste time. I'm not gonna be here chit-chatting. And there's some people that you need to chit-chat to. For example, the people that wanna talk, you need to chit-chat to them and build rapport, this and that. But with these people, there's no rapport to be built. So I went straight into it. I closed him in 9 minutes. I didn't ask him 50 questions. I just did financial modeling. I'm gonna run you guys through financial modeling now in a sec. Did financial modeling, how it would make sense for them. And we talked numbers. I told them my intention that they were gonna pay me, they paid me 5K upfront on that call, but my intention was to collect from that single client at least 15 to 20K a month. And I showed them how we were gonna structure it in the future, in the next months, to be able to collect that. And if he was just up to it, if he was up to actually pay me that amount, if I make him that amount. And he was like, yeah, that makes sense. 9 minutes, close, paid, boom, close client, new client, biggest solo company in the United States. It was that simple. It's because I wasn't overcomplicating. I wasn't trying to be someone that I'm not. I'm a very direct person, and I just used that in my advantage instead of having to be talking to someone for 50, 60, 2 hours. Like, that doesn't really make sense. So with that being said, let's head into that third foundation that you guys should do on calls. And I'm gonna take my whiteboard for this step because we're gonna do financial modeling together. So financial modeling is something that if you're not doing it in your sales right now, it's just, I haven't seen anyone online talk about it. I haven't seen any sales guru talk about it. Anyone like online guru like this Iman Gatsis and all of these guys that are flexing their cars and this and that. Haven't seen no one show you this financial model strategy on sales calls to be able to close more clients. So I'm gonna be the first one to show you guys. So when I'm on a call with a prospect, I ask them what's their goal, like rev-wise, with the company. And we're gonna do a live example. So let's say I ask John in front of me, John, what's your goal rev-wise with the company? 100K. So we put 100K, $100,000 is the goal. This is the goal. And I tell him, all right, what's your average ticket price? Like, what's the average deal that you get, deal size? Let's say he says 10K. So 10K. So he says 10K. Then we divide, how we do it, we divide 100K with 10K. That gives us a total of 10. So we need 10 clients, we need to generate you 10 clients slash like deals, whatever you wanna call it, to be able to get you to 100K. Awesome. So with that being said, what's your close rate? What's your close rate, Mr. Client? How you do it then, they give you your close rate. The close rate, let's say they have like 50% close rate. To make it simple, I don't have a calculator next to me, but then you calculate, how you calculate is 10 and you put divide it by 0.5 because it's 50%. So 0.5, then you get what you show them then afterwards is that you show them specifically, after you do the dividing, you get the number that is appointments showed. You get a number that is the specifically appointments that you need to do, be able to like close them. And for this reason, for like this example, it's gonna be 20 appointments they need to show up to be able to close 10. All right, we know that. And let's say to make it simple again, they have 50% show up rate. You ask them about the show up rate and they have 50% show up rate. Then you do the same math. 20 divided by 0.5. What happens then when this is, they need 40 calls booked on the calendar to be able to have 20 to show up and to be able to close 10. Now we know that. And we ask them, if they're running ads, we ask them, what's your average cost per booked call on ads right now? Let's say they say 100. They say 100, awesome. So if they say 100, then we know that they need, let's do the math, you just do $100 times 40, because we need 40 appointments. And that would be, what would it be? That would be like 4K on lens, right? Yeah, it would be 4K. So then we put 4K. So they need to spend 4K on ads to be able to generate 100K. This is how you structure it. You need this amount of appointments, so you need 4K on ads spent to be able to generate 100K. Does that make sense, Mr. Prospect? Yeah, awesome. So what I take is 10% out of what I make you. So if I make you 100K with 4K on ad spend, 10% for me, that's 10K for me, 10K a month. That's 14K in total. 14K, but you don't pay the 14K to me. You pay 10K for me, 4K to ad spend. You paid 14K and you get $100,000 back. Does that make sense? They're most likely gonna say yes. So this is how you do financial modeling. As simple as it looks. It's not that hard. With that being said, just out of this video, this was kind of like pretty much it. It's not too overcomplicated. I hope the video was valuable, because at the end of the day, sales is easy. You just need to know how to do it. It's just, you need to be able to be direct, show them numbers, talk numbers, and the price. Everyone tells you say the price at the end. Say the price whenever you want. You don't need to say the price at the end. I tell the price before they hop on a call with me sometimes. So some prospects I say it at the end, some prospects I say it in the middle, some prospects I say it at the start of the call, and some prospects I say it just before the call even. So I'm a very big fan of having people that actually know the price hop on a call with me. So I say the price most often either between the start, mid. I usually never say it at the end. I usually like to have it between the before to the middle of the call, throughout that process. Because at the end of the day, then you can stand out, because I tell them, yeah, I'm not gonna be like all of these people online and all the people you talk to on a daily basis that just are gonna hide the price. I don't like to hide the price. I wanna be upfront with you. I wanna make this amount of money with you, and I'm gonna make you this amount of money by the financial modeling that I'm gonna show you now in a sec. So this is what I'm gonna charge. Make sense? Yeah. And then they start, and then you go into what you do. If they wanna know the nitty gritty of specific services, you can go into that. But with that being said, I really hope this video was valuable. I recommend you start implementing this ASAP. As simple as that, ASAP. So without further ado, if you wanna work with me one-on-one, and it's just with me and my business partner, and you get also access to my inner circle, then just go down below and book a call with me personally. It's gonna be with me. We're gonna set up the game plan to see how we can help you scale to 50, 100K a month. If you're an agency owner, coaching business, consulting business, just an online personal brand overall, then just go down below, book a call with me, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.